Okay, y'all. So this morning we're gonna be working on some of the sunflowers. A few need to be cut or are ready to be cut. I think we're gonna let these hang on for a little while. Although they're bending over, we're gonna let them hang on for a little while and see until the backs brown up. And I may put a paper bag over them to prevent bugs from messing with them. And we're gonna pull some out the hothouse today that we had hanging. Y'all know we hung those in the hothouse, and we'll pull them down and then we'll check them. I think we put them up here on the 18th. Yeah, we put them up here on the 18th. So we'll check those. All right, so we got these two big ones left. And y'all, I am so upset. Y'all know I cut down my big mammoth one that was hanging right there because everybody who I saw processing sunflowers said, where I saw them, once they cut off the head, they just automatically chop down the stalk. Well, I don't know. It may depend on what kind you have, but I saw one video with a lady and she said if you just cut off the top and leave the stalk, it will regrow another sunflower head. So I'm going to try that experiment with this one and the other ones that I have up there on the deck. I'm going to try it with them and see if I cut them off, if the heads will, a new head will grow. So that'd be a fun little experiment, because you can see this one's brown, white, but it's got a little bit more to go. And that one's got a little bit more to go. I think I'm going to put maybe a paper bag over them and try to see if they can brown up on the, stem. Alright, y'all, so we removed the sunflower bags from the shed. And the ones that were ready where the backs have turned yellow or brown. The leaves have turned brown, but the backs have turned yellow. These should be dry enough for us to start picking. Oh, y'all see them coming off? It's really easy, I'm finding. Just move your hand in a circular motion and they are falling out of each little pocket that was holding on to them. If we run across some that don't fall loose, we'll just give it a little bit more time to dry, but these appear to have dried out just fine. Seen people with the big ones just ripping them apart. I'd be like, dude, you're losing seeds. And then we're gonna prepare these. I think we need to give them a salt water soak, but I'm gonna check just to make sure. And then you have to let them dry out again after you take them out of here, because we want to make sure if we had any worms or anything like that that may have been crawling around, we don't want to take those in with us. And remember, sometimes depending on the size of the sunflower seeds, they may be empty, is what I've learned in my research, that sometimes they can be empty or they don't develop at all, because maybe the middle didn't develop. But alright, so it looks like we got everything pulled out of every hole there. Well, no, we still got a few falling out. Alright, so Alright, so we got all the seeds out of each little pocket that they were in. Okay, and I think I saw a video on some of the different uses for these, but I'm gonna look that over again. Some people say you can cut off the top and use the top as a scrub pad for stuff you don't want to have to, you know, get your rags dirty with. I mean, I guess that's real homesteading and, you know, saving on money, but I can see why, because it reminds me of a loofah pad, a loofah pad, or however you want to say it. It does remind me of that. But I'm probably just going to put mine in the compost bin. Alright. Okay, so we got a nice bit out of there. So hopefully all of those have seeds, sunflower seeds in them, and we can get them soaked and move on and get to the roasting phase where we can roast them. Let's see. Okay, here's one. Now these are a little different. These are a little darker than those were. And as you can see, the back has turned yellow and the leaves have turned brown around the edges. I've seen some people cut these off before they hang them, but I just hung the whole thing to dry off. So let's see what we got here. It's a really nice tan color. And I'm glad I'm getting them before the birds get them, because in a lot of cases, I saw one guy, he was showing a video where the wind had come and blew his sunflowers over onto the ground. Well, the next morning, the birds and the raccoons and the squirrels had got in there and really just devastated that crop. So that's why I decided to pick mine a little early. As soon as I saw them drooping and the leaves withering up around the head, and y'all know I already did that video a few days ago. I picked them so that I could get them before the birds get them. Okay, so we got everything out of this one. This one came loose fairly easy. They say you got to make sure these things are really dry, the heads, because if you don't, they won't release the seed. All right. These are really nice. And what I said, recycle your bags. No sense getting rid of stuff and having to buy it all over again. Alright. This one had a white seed. Not sure these developed. They were so small, but we'll see. Well, they're coming off. I'm using gloves, y'all, because I've heard people say that sometimes there could be bugs on these. So little sunflower worms. And I'm not really bold, but I am a little squeamish about that, and I don't want to I don't want to fool with worms if I can help it. And I see them popping off of there. They're coming out fairly easy. These are all white, the ones that developed, from what I can tell. They got a little bit of color on them, but in general, they look white with maybe a little bit of tan on them. And like I said, sometimes the seed may not even develop inside the pod, so that's another thing that can happen. You'll have all these pods, but you may not have nothing inside it, so if it didn't develop. Alright, I think that's enough off of that one. One of the little bitty ones. And we're gonna take our time and get the flowers out. Alright, this is the last one for today. Got a tickle in my throat. Alright, as I was telling y'all, this one's yellow. The back is yellow. The leaves have turned brown. So we'll see if it's dry enough for us to pick. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep. I don't want to throw these on the ground. And you can feel them just pulling loose, coming out of the little sleeve pockets that they are in. And I haven't seen any worms yet, so you want to make sure they haven't bored into the seed pods. Okay, we got that one emptied out.